Steve McQueen's new Small Axe film series sheds light on untold stories of Black people's experiences with racial discrimination and police harassment, but amid the trauma, he also highlights two key themes: Black joy and Black resilience. The five-part anthology, which launches Friday on Amazon Prime with Mangrove, takes place in the 1960s, 70s and 80s and centers on stories about those within London's West Indian community who made it their mission to dismantle racist systems. We see people like the British Black Panther movement's Althea Jones, LaQuointe, Letitia Wright, in Mangrove and Leroy Logan, John Boyega, in Red, White and Blue, streaming December 4, a Black man who decided to join the Metropolitan Police after his father was beaten by officers, working tirelessly to bring about change. We witness their frustrations, see their blood boiling at every roadblock put up by systemic racism and become privy to the struggle of simply trying to exist as Black people in a world that appears to be built against us. We don't have an alternative, McQueen says. We don't have a choice, we have to keep on keeping on. 1. Can't take the foot off the gas. Though the stories in McQueen's films took place decades ago, these movies are not about the past at all, he says, mirroring what's going on with Black Lives Matter movements across the globe now. Despite this seemingly everlasting fight against racial injustice, McQueen reminds of the solace that comes with it. There's always joy within the pain, McQueen says. That's what we're good at. Look at who we are as a people. We come out singing and dancing as well as fighting, that's our sort of solace. We are given the burden, and it's a beautiful burden to reflect humanity in its fullest form, and that's who we are. McQueen adds, look at the music, look at the clothes, look at the things one invents when they have nothing. When they have nothing, they still invent jazz, they still invent hip-hop, they still invent reggae, and it reverberates around the world because what we're all about is humanity, because that's the only thing we've got. John Boyega talks viral Black Lives Matter rally speech. The actor planned to protest quietly. The singing and dancing and creating beautiful art McQueen references is fully apparent in Lovers Rock. Streaming November 27, a nod to the creation of the Lovers Rock style of reggae and the Black youth who found escape in it in the 1980s when they were turned away from white nightclubs. Yes, McQueen's movies evoke anger at the mistreatment of Black people. Watching Logan's colleagues snicker at those who aren't speaking English awakens a deep anger. Seeing the judge overlook clear biases in the courtroom in the trial of the Mangrove 9, the activists arrested after protesting unjustified police raids, makes you want to flip a table. But there are also multiple moments where viewers get caught up in the infectious joy of Black people, gathering at a restaurant as a community and dancing the night away at house parties. We got lost in the Black love between families, spouses and friends laughing outside a courtroom while their future hangs in the hands of a racist judicial system. We're looking at you. Right in Rachenda's sandal. We are a joyous people. I think you have to be in order to survive all these sort of unfortunate situations, McQueen says. You have to have joy. Otherwise, it's impossible. That joy felt in Lovers Rock, Mangrove, and Red, White and Blue is still reflected today. In the midst of marching in the streets for Black Lives Matter protests, we have seen pockets of Black people break into dance. Yes, we have a responsibility. But we also have a responsibility to have fun and to love and to dance, McQueen says. McQueen's last two films in the anthology, Alex Wheatle and Education, streamed December 11 and December 18 respectively. The former follows the real-life story of the writer of the same name who was imprisoned during the Brixton Uprising of 1981, while Education is a coming-of-age story about 12-year Old Kingsley and a school segregation policy that kept Black children from having access to the same resources as white kids. Ranked all the best movies we saw at New York Film Festival, including Mangrove,